order to get credit.
Thank you, Lindsay. And thank you everyone for understanding. We literally have over 100 people attend our courses. So simplifying and being efficient is the way that we operate. Okay, it is my privilege to introduce George Kennedy with Terra-Scape. George is a seasoned landscape professional with over 2 decades of experience in the green industry. You wouldn't know it by looking at him. He brings a unique blend of technical experience and business acumen to every project, backed by a bachelor's degree in business and comprehensive portfolio of state and industry certifications. There's a bunch of them. I'm going to let you know what they are. Throughout his career, George has specialized in sustainable landscape solutions, irrigation efficiency, pest management, and outdoor lighting systems. He is widely recognized for his commitment to environmental stewardship, client satisfaction, and industry best practices. George holds the following credentials: Florida Certified Horticultural Professional, Florida Green Industry Best Management Practices, Commercial Landscape Maintenance Pesticide License, Florida Certified Pest Control Operator, Florida Water Star Accredited Landscape Professional, Florida Water Star Accredited Irrigation Professional, NDS Professional Drainage Contractor, CAST Certified Landscape Lighting Installer, and an AMP Certified Landscape Lighting Installer. Does your landscape company have all of those? He takes his work very seriously. He takes pride in it, and he's a driving force in advancing professional standards across Florida's landscape industry, offering practical and sustainable solutions to residential communities, commercial properties, and environmental restoration projects. George is a fellow veteran. Thank you, George, so much for your service. I know when I'm choosing people to do business with, I always like to see the service, and that definitely gets them higher up on my list. And I hope the same is true for you, CAMs, and your board members. And we recently found out that George has basically been in this business since he could walk. He was 5 years old when he started working with his father. And so he certainly knows what he's talking about. And we have so many courses that we will share with you that George has already done that are always so informative. So welcome, George. We're happy to have you again this morning.
Thank you, Diane. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is just a quick overview. So we're going to talk about the course objectives today. Obviously, Diane already did the introduction for me, so there's nothing else there. We're going to talk about some of the benefits of landscape lighting, some of the principles and techniques, and then the importance of lighting in safety and aesthetics. I would like to start before we move forward with a quick poll. There's a quick 2-question poll. The first is, how many of you currently manage or live in a community with professional landscape lighting? And then if you do, how many of you would say that the landscape lighting in your community is adequate for safety, like sidewalks, entries, parking areas, etc.? I'm going to give you guys just a minute to respond to that. I believe, Lindsay, you have the poll.
Oh, that would be me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wait. Okay. All right, guys, you're going to have to give me a minute because I'm going to have to respond to you after. All right. Is it up? Can you see it?
Yep, it's up.
Okay.
Okay. This is fun. George always challenges us. He says, I want to do a poll. We say, okay, we'll do a poll. We don't know how to do it, but we'll figure it out. Isn't technology amazing? Okay, is everyone participating? We have 100% answered on the first and 70 on the second. Are you guys paying attention?
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for your interest. We'll let Diane tabulate those, and she can give them to us a little bit later. Whether you don't have a lighting system yet, or the lighting system is brand new, or you've had one installed for over a decade, this course is going to give you a framework to assess it, plan for upgrades, and that make financial and safety sense. So there's 4 key benefits of landscape lighting. Security. Security from theft and trespassing is a primary concern for all residents and is usually addressed with high voltage floodlights. A better choice is strategically placed low voltage lights that provide low levels of illumination, strategically distributed around the property. This avoids the problem of glaring lights in unlit regions that allow intruders to remain unseen. Safety. Low voltage lighting is an ideal choice for illuminating walkways and entrances. This ensures that residents and visitors can safely navigate through the property, avoiding otherwise unseen obstacles. Usability. Illuminating the public and private areas of a property allow residents to enjoy decks, sitting areas, and recreational spaces. And finally, beauty. Light defines textures, shapes, and structures while evoking a wide range of positive emotional responses. A good lighting design can create moods that are soft and subtle or dynamic and dramatic. It can highlight features of the structure and property while maintaining a cohesive scene. Good landscape lighting is a feast for the eyes. Okay, I'm going to talk about the 7 principles of landscape lighting. These are basically the necessary factors to have a successful landscape lighting design. The first is cohesion. Cohesion refers to the overall appearance of the scene as one continuous panorama. It is the lighting designer's mission to create this visual path. If there are unlit areas near illuminated ones, then the viewer's visual experience is interrupted. These black holes can be jarring, detract from the beauty of the design, and fatigue the eyes. Cohesion is achieved by illuminating borders, background, and intermediate areas with the creative use of fixtures placed for that purpose. Depth. Depth refers to the strategic placement of fixtures using different light levels to achieve a 3-dimensional scene. Depth requires lighting areas that are in the foreground, the middle, and the back of the scene. The proper use of high, medium, and low LED lumen fixtures with varying beam spreads help establish depth by allowing the designer to create scenes that draw the eyes from near to far. Focal points. Keep in mind that the designer is not only painting a picture with lights, he or she is also directing a scene and establishing visual destinations. In this scene, the viewer's eyes are first drawn to one focal point and then the next, and so on. These focal points may be unique features of the property like statiary or water features, or functional points like entryways, sitting areas, or gathering places. Perspective. Perspective refers to the viewer's experience from various locations, both inside and out. The designer must walk the property and ensure that the lighting scene works well from all possible vantage points, starting with the outdoor gathering, dining, and seating areas, including the road approaching the property. Inside, the viewer should be able to look out the windows and enjoy the scene without being blinded from fixtures illuminating the property. Balance and symmetry. A lighting designer's goal is to balance the light so that one property is not brighter than the other. The designer should always work to reveal the existing symmetry in the architecture and landscape, and seek to balance it from left to right and top to bottom. A skilled designer will also identify features of the landscape that define it. If there are repeating patterns such as a row of bushes or fencing or stone walls, the designer needs to light those forms in a way that preserves symmetry. Number 6, visual comfort. The eye and the brain are connected in one of the most densely packed bundles of nerves in the body. Like all nerves, they are extremely sensitive to overstimulation. Overly bright light from an unshielded filament causes real pain and disables vision momentarily. Eye fatigue is another source of discomfort and can be muscular in origin. It can result from the extreme contrasts that result from total darkness to overly lit illuminated areas. These extremes cause the eye muscle strain to focus and compensate for insufficient light. A good designer prevents these scenarios by avoiding direct glare, visible bulbs, and lighting the entire scene properly. And then finally, quality and direction. Low voltage figures provide illumination that is highly controllable. Instead of the harsh glare of bare bulbs, the light is directed to the desired places. It is in exceptional lighting, in an exceptional lighting design, light sources are never seen, only the reflection of their light off a variety of surfaces are. The quality of lighting and the mood it sets is changed by technique. Generally speaking, uplighting creates more drama, a more natural feel. Side lighting emphasizes detail, while backlighting emphasizes form. All right, so we'll go into a few of the landscape lighting techniques as well. The first is path and area lighting. So the purpose of path and area lighting is to highlight plant beds and paths and to provide a seamless transition between the lighting scenes. Uplighting the purpose is to highlight trees and other plant material or other architectural features. This tends to be a little bit more dramatic than downlighting, but can also look natural when applied with skill. Grazing. Grazing is providing a steeply angled light to accentuate texture on stone, stucco, brick walls, or tree trunks by utilizing the irregular surface to create broken shadows and irregular patterns. Wall washing. The purpose of wall washing is to provide an even illumination on low walls. Shadowing. The purpose of shadowing is to create interesting shadows on walls by highlighting plants or other materials that are in front of it. Moonlighting. Moonlighting's purpose is to provide a soft, natural lighting over large areas. It serves as an ideal transition, connecting different lighting scenes together and eliminating black holes from the project. Backlighting. The purpose of backlighting is to provide illumination around the edges of an object, thereby emphasizing its shape and creating a nighttime mood. And then finally, silhouetting. Silhouetting provides a lit surface that acts as a backdrop for unlit plant material or other features. The effect can be very mysterious and compelling. So let's talk about the security benefits of lighting. When we think about community security, most people think about cameras, gates, or guards. But in reality, the first line of defense with safety and security is lighting. Properly lit properties deter trespassing, theft, and vandalism simply by improving visibility. Criminals avoid well-lit areas, so lighting at entrances, mail kiosks, and along perimeters sends a strong "we are watching" signal. Pathway lighting prevents trips and falls, reducing liability. In HOA or condo environments, lighting is also about resident comfort. We want people to feel safe walking their dogs at night or coming home late. A case study of an apartment complex that we worked with had repeated incidents of car break-ins. After we installed a low voltage LED lighting system along the parking islands and increased the light levels at the entries and exits, incidents dropped by 90% within 3 months, and they didn't have to hire any extra patrols for the parking area. So landscape lighting isn't just about beauty. It's also an investment in community confidence and liability reduction. Energy efficient lighting technologies. Over the last 10 to 12 years, the landscape lighting world has improved in terms of technology very dramatically. So we're going to talk a little bit about the old days when I started to compare to now. So in the old days, landscape lighting systems, and many still probably do, use halogen bulbs. They look nice, they have warm color and a soft glow, but they burn 70% more electricity than low voltage LED lights, and they need replaced at least once a year, sometimes more often than that. LEDs, by contrast, can last up to 50,000 hours, use a fraction of the power, and now come in adjustable color temperatures from soft white to daylight and even beyond. Smart controls Modern systems include timers, photo cells, and smart controllers that automatically adjust for daylight changes or occupancy. You can now control an entire lighting network from a phone app. It's perfect for property managers overseeing multiple sites. Because of our long daylight hours and mild nights, Florida communities typically see an exceptional ROI from LED conversions, often recovering their investment in 2 to 3 years through energy savings alone. So I'm going to show you guys just a quick comparison of the differences between halogen and LED bulbs. So as you can tell, lifespan is by far and away the biggest change that we see. But you can also tell there's a lot lower usage for energy. Maintenance is minimal. Color options are very adjustable, and the cost over time is much lower. So let's talk about the maintenance and planning and upkeep. Even the best lighting system can become a liability if it's not properly maintained. If you think about it, fixtures get buried by mulch, lenses get clouded over, and wires get nicked by mowers. Every community should schedule a lighting inspection, at least quarterly, ideal monthly in high traffic areas. Walk the property after dark, check for outages, exposed wires, or fixtures aimed incorrectly. A simple flashlight walk with your contractor can reveal 90% of potential hazards. Cleaning and upkeep. Lenses should be wiped clean of debris and water spots. Make sure that vegetation is trimmed around fixtures so that the light beam isn't blocked. This is often a common oversight that reduces the safety coverage. Even LEDs eventually degrade. Budget for fixture replacement on a 7 to 10 year cycle and a transformer replacement every 10 to 15 years. It's a good idea to establish a lighting reserve fund with your annual budget, just like roofing or pavement. I recommend creating a separate line item with your landscape budget, landscape lighting budget, so it's not buried under general maintenance. This keeps lighting visible during budget season, and ensures that community doesn't defer replacements until failures pile up. Lighting maintenance is one of those quiet disciplines when it's done right that nobody notices, and when it's neglected, everybody sees the problem. Okay, so I want to just do a quick wrap up. Landscape lighting enhances both the beauty and safety of a property. LED technology delivers huge efficiency and lifespan benefits. Smart controls reduce energy waste and management headaches. And routine inspections and budgeting prevent safety hazards and costly replacements. So as property managers and HOA leaders, your decision shape not just how communities look, but how they feel. Lighting is the invisible layer that connects safety, comfort, and aesthetics. If you take one thing away from this today, it is lighting isn't just an expense, it's an investment in safety and confidence. So now we will begin our 10-question quiz. Diane, Lindsay, do you want to have everybody answer in the chat like we did last time?
I think that would be best. Everyone just get ready to type away and we'll see if you're right or not.
Okay, so question 1. What is one key security benefit of professional landscape lighting?
They're starting to come in. Okay. Oh, we got a couple. We got some C's. We got some B's. Mostly C's.
Okay. Correct answer is C. So good job, everybody.
Oh, we had some
Two.
A, B, and C's.
Okay, somebody wasn't paying attention. Which
Busted.
technology is the most energy efficient for community lighting?
Okay. Okay, we've got some smart cams in the attendance today. We got all C's.
Okay. Correct answer is C.
All right, good job, everyone.
What type of lighting is best for reducing liability on walkways?
Okay, keep them coming, keep them coming. We've got B's across the board.
Okay. The correct answer is B. There are how many lighting principles?
Okay, people are paying attention today. It's not too early.
The correct
B's.
answer is B, 7. Timers and smart controls help communities by
Got a bunch coming in. We've got a bunch of B's. We got a C. We got some B's. We got a D. Okay, mostly B's.
Okay, correct answer is B. How often should lighting systems be inspected?
Pretty much all C's. I hope you're not just looking at other people's answers and actually knowing the answers, everyone.
The correct answer is C. What is a recommended replacement strategy for lighting fixtures?
Okay, we got some almost all B's.
Okay, good.
Oh, there was an A in there.
Answer is B. What is a common mistake communities make with lighting budgets?
That they don't hire Terra-Scape?
Exactly.
Exactly. B's.
Correct answer is B. Number 9, which feature of LED lighting makes it superior to halogen?
They're coming in, they're coming in, they're coming in. And they're coming in all as C's.
Okay. Correct answer is C. And finally, why is professional maintenance important for landscape lighting?
Ooh, ooh. Okay, they're coming in, they're coming in, they're coming in, they're rapid fire coming in, and they're all the same. They're all saying A.
Okay, and the correct answer is A. All right, everybody, very good job this morning. Thank you for spending your time with me this morning. If you are interested in landscape lighting, please reach out to me. My contact information is here. I look forward to seeing you the next time.
Let me also go over the poll. So the first, did everybody see the response or is it only on my end? You didn't see the response. Okay, okay. Sorry, I'm just new to this. Do you currently manage or live in a community with professional landscape lighting? And 100% of you answered, 61% do and 39% do not. That's concerning, I think, just, to echo what George was saying, that, the liability, having lighting, professional lighting that's maintained and as part of the budget is, again, we keep seeing the theme of liability in this industry. And as CAMs, Lindsay, correct me if I'm wrong, but as a CAM, and if there are board members on today, it's your responsibility to do your best to keep the liabilities away and at bay, to do your best to make sure that safety is the number one for the whole association, for all the grounds, for everything that's under the umbrella. So 39% of you, we highly recommend that you share this presentation with your board members and let them know that this is something that 61% of CAMs in a course that you took do have lighting, and that they need to be budgeted for. If you the second question was, if you answered yes to question one, then would you say your lighting is adequate for safety, meaning walkways, entries, and parking areas, that they're well illuminated? And 60% of you said yes, and 40% of you said no. So, George, do you just want to give some feedback and comments about that, on ways that the CAMs might be able to take their board members on a tour at night? And, and I know nobody wants to stay too far after hours, but with the light changing now and being darker earlier, or even if you walk around with a flashlight and take pictures of the potential, could you just go over what that looks like?
Absolutely. So we can do, if you have lights and you feel like they're not adequate, we can do a landscape lighting audit where we'll come out, we'll turn everything on, we'll look at it in the dark environment to see what areas need to be enhanced. If you don't have a lighting system, we can provide some recommendations. Landscape lighting isn't as expensive as some people think. We've installed small landscape lighting systems for as little as $3,000. So I think the board, sometimes they get in their mind, this is going to be a tremendous expense and we can't afford it. But the reality is you can install a basic landscape lighting system that's gonna do a good job for a small amount of money, at least to start with, for sure. So a typical approach that we take when we install landscape lighting systems is we'll include a larger transformer, because the number one request that we get from people after we install landscape lighting systems is they wish they would have added more lights. So by having a larger transformer, more lights can be added down the road without having to add an extra transformer, which is probably one of the largest single expenses in a landscape lighting install. So to circle back to Diane's question, if you have one and you don't feel like it's adequate, we can do an audit. If you don't have one, let us know and we can come out and provide some recommendations for you to have one installed and provide an estimate for that, so that the board at least has something that they can look at and make a decision on.
Thank you for that. Okay, do we have any questions while we have our professional with us this morning? I'm also going to grab George's information and put it into the chat so it's easier to grab. So you can take a screenshot of the screen. George works with a number of the CAM partners that we have, and we know firsthand the work that the team at Terra-Scape does, and we just speak highly, 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 and we send him the referrals first because he is one of the only ones that we see in the industry that's actually out there and educating, and his passion for the industry is evident. It's very clear, and his mission of sustainability and environmental initiatives that help now and tomorrow are also so clear, and I think it's so needed by so many. All right, we do have a question in here. Uplighting park trees, what about the birds?
It won't impact birds. They rest in the evening, and if they are resting in the evening, they're in a spot where the landscape lighting isn't going to impact them.
Good question, though. I think I wouldn't have thought about that. Second question, what do you think of dusk to morning solar lights? In our community, there are a lot of kids that play on the tennis courts after dusk.
So the challenge with solar technology is it really hasn't evolved to the point where it works as well as an electric system that gets plugged in. Even the best landscape lighting systems that I've seen, the solar ones, and we've actually installed a few professionally. Within a couple of years, the solar panels don't have that same draw that they would when they're brand new. So you're going to be replacing those more often. It is an option. They don't provide a tremendous amount of light throughput. So that would be one of the downsides if you're trying to light a tennis court.
Good question. And I'm going to put in past courses in the chat. Go ahead and grab that link, and I would bookmark it if I were you so that you can share it with board members. Terra-Scape's at the top, if not the first, and he's got some amazing courses about seasonal plants. I mean, there's so many courses that are so informative, and this is a part of the budget that should be reviewed every year. And he also gives tips on that, but certainly also is available for consultation. So let's definitely keep George's information. And if you know Cam's in the Volusia, Flagler area, please send his contact information to him, or to them rather. George, any final thoughts? Lindsay, any final thoughts on the course today?
No, as always, George,
all
you
for
were
being
very
here.
informative.
Well, thank you, George. Okay, Lindsay, do you want to go over how the credit
Sure.
works?
So I'm going to put the link, the course title, and the code word in the chat here in just a second. Please make sure, do not put your name, your CAM number, license number, anything in the chat, because that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to click on this link, put your information in on the website where it brings you to, and submit it, and that will get us all the information we need to put your information, to send your information to DBPR. Again, if there is not a middle name on your CAM license, just put none or NA in that field, because I don't think it'll let you continue without it. But first name, middle name if it's listed, and last name that is listed on your CAM license. That is what we need. And everything is in the chat for you right there.
Okay, George, thank you so much as always.
My pleasure.
We thank you so much. And everyone, we will be sending out this course in next week's newsletter to everyone. So if your fellow CAMs missed the course, or you want to share this with your board of directors, we would appreciate that. So be looking for that. But they're also always, the courses are always listed under the past courses link that I sent above. And again, people are asking, what is the code? You got to look at the chat, guys. We're dealing with about 100 messages coming in all the time. So thanks, everyone. And George, have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. You as
Thank
well.
you. Bye. Okay, everybody.